What a lovely day to bake. My name is Arne, German hobby baker who is living in Luxembourg. Today we bake my sourdough, kalamat, olives, ciabatta. And this time in a very quick version, I have added a little bit of yeast. You can bake the recipe within a day. I have made 2 big ciabattas, but of course you can also divide that in smaller portions. So I show you here my process. So let's get started. This is from Luxembourg with love. The evening before we want to bake, we start by creating our levain with 100 grams of water and 100 grams of flour. And then we add 8 grams of our sourdough starter. This time I'm using my rye sourdough starter, but you can of course also use your wheat or whatever sourdough starter you have. So mix everything together and then mark the height with a rubber band and leave that at the countertop at room temperature for the next day. And then it's time to create a secret ingredient, and therefore we need 80 grams of toasted old bread. I'm using here my sandwich loaf and I put the link to the recipe in the upper right corner. And then I'm breaking that down and I'm adding 80 grams of hot water. This technique actually generates a super nice aroma into the bread, and you can of course also recycle your old bread. Cover that and let that rest for the next morning. At the next morning we need 1 kilograms of pizza flour, our levain, we need 5 grams of fresh yeast, 750 grams of water and 20 grams of salt, 5 grams of spices, and then 180 grams of kalamat olives and the secret ingredient that I have prepared the day before. To even enhance the flavor, I'm now blending the soaked bread, and to do so I'm adding 50 grams of the brine of the kalamat olives to the mixture. And then I'm blending them so I get a better texture later in the bread. Once this has been done, we can start doing the mixing of our dough. So let's get started by adding the water to the mixer, but leave a little bit aside for the salt. And then we're adding the flour. And not the whole flour bag. Then we add our levain. As well as our secret ingredient. And then we can start the engine of the mixer at low speed. After 10 minutes I'm increasing the speed of the mixer. After another 5 minutes it's time to add the salt and the remaining water. And we can also add the spices already. We mix that for 2-3 minutes and then it's time to add the kalamat olives, and then we also mix for another 2 minutes with high speed. Once the olives have been incorporated into the dough, we can try if the gluten network has been developed properly. So we wet our hands and do the window pane test, and I think this time it looks really good. You can stretch out the dough very well. So let's transfer the dough to our countertop, and as you can see here, it clears up the bottom of the bowl. I'm taking here a little bit of flour to prevent the dough from sticking. And then I'm using the dough scraper to shape it into a nice round shape. I'm giving the dough 2-3 slap and folds, and once it's been done, I have enough tension to transfer the dough into a plastic container. But before we do that, I'm using a little bit of olive oil and sprinkle that on the container. This will prevent the dough from sticking. I close it and this will rest for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, it's time to do our first set of coil folds. So I'm wetting my hands and I pull the dough up and move the dough over. And then I rotate the container, doing the same thing again. And I'm rotating the container again and doing that movement another time. After another 30 minutes, it already looks quite nice, but I'm doing another set of coil folds. You see the dough isn't sticking at all anymore. After another 30 minutes, we do the same process again, so a third set of coil folds. After another 30 minutes, it's time for the last set of coil folds. After that, the dough should rest for 2 to 4 hours. In my case, after 2.5 hours, the dough looked like that. So it was quite bubbly, and as you can see, it has increased in volume and feels very light. So I'm covering it now with some flour before I dump it onto the countertop. I've already preheated my oven to 250 degrees Celsius, that's 480 degrees Fahrenheit. And now I'm also covering the top side with flour. Then I'm using my dough scraper to also put some of the flour under the edges of the ciabatta dough. And I'm dividing now the dough into 2 portions. Of course, you can also divide it into 4 or 6 or even make small buns, whatever you like. In my case, I wanted to have really big ciabatta loaves. So make sure the ciabatta doesn't stick to the countertop. You can add some more extra flour if you feel that there is some resistance. See here, the dough is really airy, that's a good sign. And then I'm also sprinkling a pizza peel with some flour, and then I'm transferring the loaf to the peel. So I'm using here a pizza steel in my oven, which has a very high heat, and I'm also adding steam for the first 15 minutes to the oven. After 15 minutes we release the steam and bake them for another 10 minutes, so 25 to 30 minutes in total. And look at the results, really nice, but they of course need to cool down a little bit. They are done if they sound like this. Really nice. And after an hour of cooling, it's time to have a look inside. So let's cut the ciabatta. Wow, look at these open crumb. Isn't that amazing? I wish you could smell that. So here's some more impressions. Enjoy! incredible. I hope you liked this video and the recipe as well. It's a little bit easier than the original one, and I hope with the secret ingredient of the toasted bread, it also adds a new type of flavor to your bread. Of course, the crust isn't perfect, but you can bake that bread another 20 minutes in your oven when you need it, so it gets a nice crust and it's get warmed up again. If you want to support me and my channel, please like this video, subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next videos. I wish you a great evening, Eddie, and goodbye.